10 metres to the left-hand side of the post. They'll come open side on the right. Reynolds, first receiver again. Short pass for Vuniyayawa. He's going to try and reach for the line there, and he goes down a metre short. Desperate defence from Barrow. Last one. They come right again. Hampshire digs into the line. Now it comes to Hardcastle. Puts it on the ground, and that's well taken. In fact, it's not taken by Barrow. And Gareth Gale picks up the scraps and scores. And it's the perfect start for Featherstone Rovers. Can he add the 2 here, Reynolds? Moves in. He's given it a good strike. He guides the ball between the posts. He has converted the Gareth Gale early score. His 50th goal of the season so far for Featherstone. As they come forward through Bullock, good shot in the ribs there from Vuniyayawa. 20 metres out now, Barrow. Johnston. Short pass there for Tia. Put on the ground. A good tackle by Hardcastle in from his edge. 10 metres out now, Barrow. Smith. Is it on to Walker. Walker bounces away from one. And it's beaten his man there. The loose forward, McMillan, who skips out of a tackle and scores to the right-hand side of the post. And Barrow to try and lock up the scores here. It's just to the left-hand side of the post. So you'd imagine he'll have little trouble in doing so, and he doesn't. Brings the score to Featherstone 6. Barrow 6. Inside the 40 now. Smith out to Bullock, out to Johnston, kicks early behind the line. He's got chasers in behind. This is going to be a nice bounce for Tia. Tia is going to find an offload there for Toll. What a tackle that is from Josh Hardcastle. A try-saver, the Barrow half, as Jubb goes sniping through the middle. Plays it 30 out from the Barrow line. They're going backwards here, Barrow, and it's a great piece of play. Reynolds has done his way through. Can he beat the fullback? He couldn't quite get round him. Cresswell did just enough to knock him off his feet. 5 metres out. Addy plays it for Hampshire. Hampshire looking for the kick out wide, looking for the tall figure of Gale. It's over the top. He couldn't quite get it over the top of Toll's head. But the next best thing, with Gale dragging him back into the in-goal area, and a goal line dropout coming up for Featherstone. Real end-to-end stuff here. Featherstone come forward again. Hampshire digs into the line. Lovely play for Aikens to Hardcastle. Hardcastle just straightens the attack. Probably the right decision. He was just running out of room on this right edge. Barrow had got defenders in the picture. Gale plays it. Passes the ball in for Hampshire. Out it comes to Vuniyayawa. At pace, Vuniyayawa's going to be hard to stop. He's trying to get his arm free. Finds the offload for Jubb. Jubb will score to the right-hand side of the posts. And Featherstone get their second score of the game and retake the lead. And Reynolds now with a conversion attempt from just to the right-hand side of the post to put Featherstone's lead back out to 6 points, which he does so. Scoreline now, Featherstone Rovers 12, Barrow Raiders 6. Springers onto the field and into the action here. It goes out the back, in fact, to Hampshire. Out to Aikens. Aikens with a little bit of room to move. Good tackle on the inside there from Walker. Featherstone 10 metres away, still tackles to come. Hampshire, first receiver. Chips the ball in behind the line, looking for Reynolds. It's a beautiful bounce, and Reynolds scores the try. Featherstone's third score of the game. The referee points to the spot and awards it, and brilliant invention and a brilliant combination there from the Featherstone half-backs. Ryan Hampshire with the dink, the chip was perfectly weighted in behind the line, and the bounce was excellent into the arms of Reynolds. And has the opportunity now to convert his own try, guides the ball between the posts. 3 from 3 this afternoon from the Featherstone standoff. For the scoreline now, Featherstone Rovers 18, Barrow Raiders 6. Doolan, out it comes to Johnston. Johnston out to Cresswell. Cresswell loses the ball under pressure, and Leon runs away, and he's got up to the 30-metre line before being cut down by the chasing Barrow defence. 30 metres away from the Barrow line. Addy straightens, gives it to Reynolds. Reynolds double pumps, eventually gives it to Webb. Bishop was waiting for him and put him on the ground 10 metres out. Last tackle. Open side they come. Addy back through the middle of the field looking for some space. He's going to beat everybody as he had a lip pass over the top to Webb. What a pass that was from Danny Addy, and Clay Webb the recipient. And then on the last tackle, just caught them napping on that blind side. Addy providing the space, and Webb taking the pass to score as Reynolds looks to guide the ball between the sticks. He does so once again from that far left touchline. 4 from 4 from the Featherstone 6 this afternoon, and 12 points individually for him. Takes the scoreline now to Featherstone Rovers 24, Barrow Raiders 6. Plays it 5 away from the line, slow play the ball. Pass comes out to Hampshire. Hampshire dummies to drop it off, gives it out to Aikens. There's 2-on-1 here, but Aikens cuts back in field. And the Barrow defence, in fairness, had regrouped well on the inside to close down that danger. Tackle still to come though, 5 metres out. Hampshire skips across the middle of the field, fires the pass out to Reynolds. Reynolds into Glover, the space out wide. Glover's just going to accelerate and score himself. And it's a procession here in the first half for Featherstone, who get their 5th try of the opening 40, and it was just slick hands again. It's given it a good nudge, and it hits the post and goes between the sticks. 5 from 5 this afternoon from Ben Reynolds, and Featherstone have hit 30 points in the first half. They lead Barrow by 30 points to 6. Moran. Out it comes to Hampshire. Hampshire into the line, gives it to Aikins. Aikins again against that retreating defence, beats his man who just manages to get hold of the shirt there. Johnston did just enough to bring him to ground. Featherstone already 30 metres away from the Barrow line. Hampshire digs into the line, gives it to Reynolds, who took it off the bootlaces, fires the pass out for Glover. It's a 2-on-1. Glover's going to straighten up, get on the outside of his man. He's going to get his 2nd try of the game. And just left Broadbent in his wake. Scores in the opening couple of minutes of the second half. He moves in to add the extra 2, and he's guided the ball between the posts once again. 6 from 6. From the boot of Ben Reynolds. And over the 20 goes Moran. Out it comes now to Addy. On to Aikins. Aikins dummies through the line. He's through the line here, Caleb Aikins. He's got Hampshire in support. Gives the ball back infield. Cresswell did well to hold his nerve. And Toll came in to affect the tackle, but not before they've got the ball up to the 20. If they can get the ball wide, there's space here. Addy fires the ball out to Reynolds. Out the back it comes to Aikins. Aikins dummies his way through the line. Pops the ball over the top for Alfords, who touches it down. But the pass ruled to have gone forward there and just not quite getting it right. Advances the ball all the way up to just shy of the 10. Going to be a big right shift here. Bishop dummies and is immediately swallowed up there by Akawala, but fires the pass out. It's out to Johnston now. They've got space. Costello trying to go 2-on-1 with his man. Beats Glover and will round it and prod it down near the posts. With a conversion attempt here from just to the right-hand side of the posts. Makes no mistake in converting the try. It's now Featherstone Rovers 36, Barrow Raiders 12. They come left through Reynolds. Reynolds fires the pass out to Glover. Glover cutting back through the middle, looking for the offload. Can't get his arm free, but will stand in the tackle. Jones out to Reynolds. Flat pass there for Beckett, who took it at pace, but good tackle down low there by Ellis Robson. Flat pass there for Fudi Iyawa, who goes through untouched under the posts. And if it wasn't before, that was the try that surely seals the game for Featherstone. Brilliant bit of deception again there around the ruck. And 40 points on the board already for Featherstone as Reynolds pilots the ball between the posts once again. Takes the scoreline now on FRTV to Featherstone Rovers 42, Barrow Raiders 12. 40 metres out, beg your pardon. This will be the last one for Featherstone. Hampshire puts it high. Another testing one for Cresswell. Aikins takes it. Untidy offload for Addy, who toes it back on into back play here, and that's picked up by Tier. And Tier is going into touch here if he's not careful, and he is forced into touch on that far side. And Featherstone, through sheer will, on the Featherstone 40, Jubb comes left to Addy. Addy keeps hold of it, and he's just put to ground there by Bullock. And there's a bit of pushing and shoving in back play here as Webb goes after Bishop. Not sure what happened there, but players coming together again. I don't know whether something was said or... And it's been bubbling for a few minutes now. The referee is going to sin bin Bishop here. In fact, he's not. He's going to send him off. I'm not sure what's been said or what's happened, but Bishop obviously said something. And Alfords plays it, or will play it, sorry, on the last. Hampshire. It's the kick out looking for chasers. Akawala's picked it off as he got the ball down. Akawala. He certainly got hands to the ball. Did he get it down? He did, as the referee awards the try. And a spectacular end to what has been a magnificent performance for Featherstone. And it'll be Ryan Hampshire with the conversion attempt here. Guides the ball between the posts with very little problems. As the siren sounds there, which brings an end to what has been a thoroughly dominant and important performance from Featherstone, who came into the game knowing that they would be in touching distance of the 6 with a good result, and they turned in one of their best performances of the season. They led by 30 points to 6 at half-time, thanks to 5 tries in the first half. Gareth Gale, Will Judd, Ben Reynolds, Clay Webb and James Glover getting his first of 2 for the afternoon, had them in complete control. They picked up where they left off after half-time, with James Glover bagging his 2nd of the game, before Matty Costello responded for Barrow's only score of the second half. But in the end, Featherstone clicked into gear once again, adding 2 more tries. The King Vuniyayawa and Sitawaleki Akawala, either side of Alex Bishop, the Barrow standoff, being sent off for some sort of altercation with Clay Webb late in the piece, which compounded a frustrating afternoon for the visitors. But Featherstone, absolutely dominant. But as it is at full-time here at the Millennium Stadium, Featherstone have come out worthy winners. They move into the championship playoff positions. Full-time at the Millennium Stadium, it's finished. Featherstone Rovers 48, Barrow Raiders 12. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.